Alrighty, so for people that wanted to just do the whole here's my setup thing, this is what I'm working with. And the only reason I'm doing this one is because I'm about to do a new build for my desktop. I need to replace this thing. So I figured that since everybody else in the world does it, I'll do mine too. So the desktop is this thing over here, which even has fancy lights and crap. Nothing crazy. It's an AMD Phenom II 1090T from like 6 years ago with I think 8 gigs of RAM, 500 gig hard drive, and a GTX something 660 or something, some weird random video card. I have a Google On Hub router thing, which came out right before the update to Google Wi-Fi, so good on that. That's just a USB-C adapter for my cell phone. Using a 43-inch 4K Scepter TV for a monitor at the moment. And yes, it is Scepter, not Spectre or Spectra or whatever these other people try to review this stupid TV on. I haven't had any problems with it other than the fact that the computer really can't push 4K. PS3 and so forth. I do have two laptops. Funny story, I was on vacation. This laptop did a Windows update and suddenly wouldn't power on anymore. Tried a new power supply and it seemed to work. Then I hooked the old power supply back up and it still seemed to work. So I don't know what happened there, but then it shut off on me like 20 minutes later and I wasn't sure if the battery was dead or not. So I said, F it. And I went and bought another one. A cheap open box buy from Best Buy, which then consequently did the same Windows update that night and stopped charging. I rolled back the update and it actually did come back on. The reason I didn't try to roll back on this one is because the battery was half dead to start with. It doesn't hold very, very long. It's an older 8540 HP desk, or I forget what it's called. So anyway, this one I did roll back and it turned right back on. Charging light came back on. Everything was good. And then it redid the update and everything worked after that. So that's that. My mouse, I just picked one of these up the other day because why not? It's a green Logitech G300S. It does change colors and stuff with the app and all that fun stuff. And then when I bought a new mouse, I decided that, well, why not buy a new keyboard? So I picked up the Razer Black Widow Ultimate. You know, it does fancy lighting effects and things like that. Why not? I threw a carbon fiber, basically a film on my keyboard tray just to make it different. But back to the reason, and a unique Q500 4K drone. The reason I'm even bothering is the computer itself works fine. It's a little outdated though. So because of that, I'm going to put together an order through Newegg and some other places and get another build going. Off the top of my head, it's going to be a Genome 2 case with custom water cooling, an MSI Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon motherboard with either 8 or 16 gigs of RAM. I might just go 8 and then upgrade it afterwards. GTX 1070 video card. Probably going to throw a 300 gig solid state drive in it just to copy the stuff off my 500. I do have a 3 terabyte external hiding away, but just to get the operating system over on that. 800 watt, I forget who the manufacturer is, modular power supply. And an i7 7700K processor. And a GoPro knockoff camera, by the way. Activon CX, they're on about 100, 120 bucks, depending on where you find them. Works just like GoPro, I guess Hero 3 maybe or so. It's got the screen on the back and all that fun stuff. But anyway, so for people that asked or cared or didn't care, that's how my current setup is with the desk that's 12 years old or whatever now. Actually, I think it's older than that. I want to say the desk is probably going on 15 years old now. But anyway, so there you go. That's what I'm playing with for the time being. And if you want to stop drinking soda, drink this stuff instead. It's got caffeine, so you don't get headaches or any of that crap if you're prone to that. And it's got flavor, so you're not drinking straight water. Peace out.